Hello everyone, it is Marc Berman from TV Media Insights. It is Tuesday, July 10th. I would like to welcome you back to our daily videocast, and I would like to begin by thanking Douglas Pucci for filling in for me in my recent absence. He posted at our website, and on today's newsletter I have links to each of the 24 items that Douglas put together. So thank you very much, Douglas. And it's nice to be back. I had a great vacation, but I always look forward to returning to my favorite medium, television. Now, I want to talk about the passing of Andy Griffith and Ernest Borgnine. Now, it's not news. Andy Griffith passed away last week. He was 86 years old. I consider this man one of the unsung heroes of television, the history of television. The Andy Griffith Show, of course, aired from 1960 to 1968. Andy went on in later years to Matlock, which actually aired for close to 9 seasons. And the thing about the Andy Griffith Show, it really set the tone for a genre that was really popular at that time. When it ended in 1968, his show was #1 in all of primetime. Only 3 series in the history of television have ended their final seasons #1, and they were I Love Lucy, The Andy Griffith Show, and Seinfeld. Now, Mr. Griffith is nominated in the upcoming Television Critics Association press tours coming up next week. We have an awards gala, and we give out an award each year to a classic star, and Andy Griffith is on the ballot. So, Mr. Griffith, rest in peace. Thank you for the entertainment. Ernest Borgnine, what I think a lot of us don't realize about this man, we remember him, of course, for McHale's Navy, which aired from 1962 to 1966. But he won an Academy Award for 1955 theatrical Marty, and he appeared in over 100 movies. The amazing thing about his career, which I believe was 7 decades, he worked up until the very end, and he was 95 years old. He recently appeared in a movie that was released in April. So Ernest Borgnine passed away, 95 years old, and rest in peace, Mr. Borgnine. Now, yesterday, let's go to daytime television. This is a show that I think a lot of you are not happy about. ABC debuted its spin-off of sorts from Good Morning America. It's called Good Afternoon America. It's filling in this summer for 9 weeks at 2 o'clock. And of course, if it does well in the ratings, I'm sure ABC will find a way to keep it on the air. This fall, General Hospital will move into its time period at 2 o'clock. I do not have the initial ratings yet, but I will get them and I will post them. If they don't come in time for when the newsletter goes out, I will put an item on our website, I will tweet it, and I will put it on Facebook. And I will be curious to see what happens. I did watch it. I thought it was exactly what you would expect, except it's in the afternoon. Do viewers really want to watch Good Afternoon America at 2 o'clock? I'm not necessarily sure, but we'll have to wait until the ratings come in. Now, an interesting item was I was reading online today on the way to the office. There was a lawsuit filed from 5 of the actors from classic comedy Happy Days, excluding Henry Winkler and Ron Howard. It was 5 of the other actors, and apparently they wanted some money for merchandising. You know, their names were used, their likenesses were used, and apparently they were each awarded $65,000 plus future royalties. Not a bad payday, not bad for them. Now, I do have an item today on The Tonight Show. NBC sent me some updated ratings based on the week of June 25th, and you could find it on our newsletter. I'm a little behind because I was on vacation. There was an item about how Jay had its best performance in about 4 months. But you know, ever since that whole fiasco when Jay Leno was moved to primetime, Conan O'Brien took over his show, and then ultimately Jay flopped. They moved him back to late night. Conan left, went to TBS, you know the whole story. I just never felt the same about The Tonight Show again. I used to deal with Jay Leno all the time when I worked at NBC. Very nice guy, but I have no interest in watching his show or actually David Letterman, and I'm not awake anyway. But interestingly, yesterday I received a call from a writer from the Los Angeles Times who was doing a piece on Saturday Night Live asking my opinion. Do I think the show will lose steam now that it lost Kristen Wiig and 2 other of their actors in the show? And absolutely not. This is a show, it's a revolving door, it's been on the air 37 years, it has no network competition, it could last forever. It's one of those shows that, you know, NBC got very, very lucky with. Now, coming up on the air tonight, let me look at my cheat sheet, we have 2 series premieres on ABC. The first is called Trust Us, which is sort of like a sketch comedy. It's at 9 o'clock, and it is described as celebrities like Ricky Gervais, David Hasselhoff, Jane Seymour, and the Osbournes, will tell stories about their personal experiences while a cast of improvisers reenact their lives. Fred Willard hosts. It sounds like typical summer fluff. I am not interested. And at 10 o'clock on ABC is New York Med, which comes from ABC News, and will follow the doctors and the patients at the New York Presbyterian Hospital. And that is on at 10 o'clock. In the world of cable, we have 3 season premieres of note. USA has 2. At 9 o'clock is the new season of White Collar, leading into the new season of Covered Affairs at 10 o'clock. This is a network that knows how to reach an audience with the right formula, but you know what? They've been losing some steam. They may want to rethink what their future strategy will be. And then on True TV, the new season of Hardcore Pawn begins at 9 o'clock. You know, and that is our daily videocast. It's nice to be back after a week of R&R. And I hope everybody has a great day, and I will be back with more news about my favorite medium, which happens to be television, tomorrow. Signing off, Marc Berman.